Some people take summer league for the NBA way too seriously. Way too serious, man. Um, and before I get in depth with this, summer league doesn't mean much, like at all. Doesn't mean much. It's to get, it's mainly for the newer players, the younger players. You normally don't see anybody playing that's past year three. And honestly, there's not a ton of year three guys that you see. NBA Summer League, again, doesn't mean much. It is a chance for the younger players to show that maybe they can make the roster, maybe they can be signed on a two-way deal. Their G League teams, anything like that. But there are just some right, like Cooper Flag had, and obviously that's where what this is behind. The Mavericks beat the Lakers in their first summer league game. Cooper Flag had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 5 for 21 from the field, 0 for 5 from three. Half the internet more says, "Oh, he's a bust," or "Oh, horrible game. He's not going to be anything. He's going to struggle his rookie year." Really? Because if that's how that went, let me see. I'm pretty sure they played today. Um, he had 31 points, 10 for 21 from the field. Shot the same amount of shots, but had 31. 3 for 9 from 3, 8 for 13 from the free throw line. So what are people, they lost, but Summer League just doesn't mean much, man. And it does mean a thing where it's like you can see how players will play. A lot of people use it, like myself, to, obviously we know about Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe. Like we know about those guys, but for me, it's more of the second round picks. The guys that, okay, maybe they were a first round pick last year, didn't get much of a chance, but now they're really gonna, spark back into something. And a good example of that for me was let me see if I can find it. Right. Cody Williams had 21 points last night. Got shots up. Kyle Filipowski had 32 points. There's also players that are just too good to play in summer league that you see, like that we see, right? Kyle Filipowski is probably one of those players. He had 32 on 71% from the field. Reed Shepard had 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. The man had 7 stocks as a 6'2" point guard. Too good to play, yeah, whatever. And they'll play. Ron Holland had 28, 11, and 3 steals. AJ Mitchell, another guy. Who else? Who else? Like these top of the top picks. Like I can't imagine Cooper Flag plays another summer league game. I can't imagine he plays another summer league game. Dylan Harper, who he played against, had 16 points, 2 steals, 6 assists, or 6 rebounds, excuse me. Right, like they're just players that they don't need to play. They'll play a couple games and then we won't see them again until the NBA preseason. But again, preseason has its value, right? It just not everything is like I'm gonna read out some of the I just type in craziest NBA summer league stat lines of all time. Juan Dixon had 37 points in 2002. Darius Miles had 47 points in 2002. LeBron had 31 in 03. Terrence Williams had a 25, 12, and 12 triple double in 2009. Damian Lillard scored 39 and 9 assists. LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Hall of Famers. Terrence Williams, a 25, 12, and 12 game. Like, I hate that people, like, let me see. Terrence Williams had a 3-year NBA career. He played for 5 teams in 3 years. He played 153 career games, 7 points per game in his career. Not a very successful guy, but he had a crazy NBA Summer League stat line. Again, that you can see promise, you can see how players will play. Cooper Flag playing the point guard in Summer League. Granted, he's not going to be the point guard in the real, but like Jason Kidd wants him to have ball handling responsibilities. They want to see what they can get out of him when he's, in a less pressurized system, in the summer league versus guys who like we might never see again. There are some guys that play we just will never see again. There's also a bunch of guys who stayed in, like RJ Davis from UNC, who was there for like 5 or 6 years, is playing for the Lakers. Can't imagine I'm ever going to see RJ Davis play meaningful minutes in the NBA. No shot to RJ Davis. Can't imagine I will. Armando Bacot, another UNC guy from a couple years ago, who was one of my favorite college players, plays for the Grizzlies. Can't imagine I'm ever going to see him play real NBA minutes, So, again, Summer League has its values because, again, you see what players can do. You see what players are made of. You let players, get somewhat adapted because, again, it's not the real NBA season. It's not the NBA playoffs, anything like that. But a bunch of players have had a not great game, right? Victor Wembanyama had a game, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks. He went 2 for 13 from the field. Cooper Flag again, 5 for 21. And players also, right? Like this isn't a thing about saying, "Oh, Cooper Flag had a bad game. He's nothing." It's also people that believe, "Oh, he had an amazing game in the summer league." Like we were saying with the Terrence Williams, Darius, sure they were NBA players. They were good players at some point, right? Doesn't mean that because who's a guy that had a crazy game tonight? Brooks Barnhizer for the Oklahoma City Thunder had a 17.5 rebound, 6 steal game on 8 for 10 shooting. What's the big man's name for Minnesota? Yom Berenjay, or however you say that. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 7 blocks. Berenjay's not going to average 7 blocks per 36 next season. Again, it has its values, it has its importance to an extent, but we got to wait to see what these guys can do in the real NBA, whether it was a good performance or bad performance. I get people get excited, people want to see the NBA, but we're super quick to just we're super quick to just give people their props or just say someone's a bust. These guys' careers haven't even started in some cases. In most cases, honestly, because even if you are a year 2, year 3 player, you could potentially have a 17-year career. You could potentially have a 5-year career for sure. But a lot of these players' careers haven't even started. So let's calm down with the overreactions. Again, it's fun to an extent, but when you are ride or die, you aren't changing your opinion when clearly Cooper Flag is not going to be a player who averages 6 points in his rookie year, plays for 4 years, and we never see him again. Cooper Flag is a talent. He was the first overall pick for a reason. The man was able to be one of the best college players when he should be a freshman or a senior in high school for a reason. You got to give him time to adapt, and you just got to relax a little. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe, like and comment what you think as well. That's all for